Kids, what's going on today?
It was really, really hot at school today.
Yeah, I thought I was going to melt.
People don't melt, but cheese does. Chaka, you should see Ron's bag.
What happened?
Well, I had this piece of cheese in my bag, and it got so hot, the cheese melted, and it messed my whole bag.
Sorry.
And did you eat it? Sis, no, of course not.
I didn't think cheese melted like that.
Oh yes, cheese melts quite quickly, and depending on what type of cheese it is, it either goes very stringy or gets very oily. Have you ever had melted cheese on toast?
Oh yes, my sister did that once. She put that on the bread and put it in the oven. But she forgot about it. When my mom came home, there was this black burnt piece of bread with burnt cheese on it.
Oh, man.
So you were saying cheese gets oily when it melts. Is cheese made from oil?
Actually, it's made from curdled milk. Lots of cheese is made from very creamy milk, so often it does have lots of fat in it. And when you heat it, the fat turns into oil.
What does curdled mean?
It means it's gone thick and lumpy.
What? Cheese is made from milk that's gone thick and lumpy. How can that be? Cheese comes in yellow blocks, although I've seen some cheese with blue bits, and that smells like it's off. And isn't it bad for you if you're eating something that's gone off? What?
How does curdled milk become cheese?
Well, it's a bit like yogurt, but it takes much longer. Bacteria and things like vinegar and lemon juice are added to the milk, which make it change from a liquid into a solid. Some cheese is quite hard, like cheddar is, but some can be quite soft, like cream cheese and cottage cheese.
I went with my mom to the shops the other day, and she told me to go get some cheese. But there was so much of it, I didn't know which one to take.
Yes, that's true. And did you know that they don't only use cow's milk to make cheese?
Well, what other type of milk is there?
Well, there's goat's milk, buffalo, and sheep. And in some countries, they even use the milk of animals who live there, like yaks in Tibet.
Yaks.
Yes, it's like very hairy cows.
I've seen cheese with things in it.
Yes, you can put flavoring into cheese, like bits of pepper.
Does cheese last a long time? Longer than milk, say?
Yes, it does. But some cheeses are also kept for months before they're ready to be eaten. Blue cheese is like that.
Blue cheese. Is that cheese that smells so horrible? It smells like it's gone off.
Yes, actually it has. Do you know what the blue color in the cheese is?
Is it pieces of colored thread?
Nope, it's mold.
Mold? Like when you leave something in the fridge for a really long time and things start to grow on it.
Exactly.
Yuck.
But not all mold is a sign of decay or bad for you. There's a very important antibiotic called penicillin. It can help you heal when you're sick. Have you kids heard of it?
Oh, yes. I had penicillin once when I got an infection in my leg.
Penicillin is made out of mold.
But you know that blue cheese? It can't be good for you. It smells so terrible.
Well, what happens is mold is growing on the cheese and it produces a gas. That's what you can smell.
So people eat cheese that's gone off, is blue, has something growing on it, and gives off a smell. That's gross.
But cheese making is an art. People have done it in one way or another for thousands of years. Let's have a look at this. The cheese-making process is based on the principle that solids have to be separated from liquids. In this small cheese factory, some of the processes are still performed manually. Bacteria, culture, calcium and potassium make up the rennet that is poured slowly into the fresh milk from the farm and stirred mechanically for 30 minutes. The mixture is then allowed to set for between 1 and 2 hours until a firm curd is formed and a clean break can be obtained when the curd is cut. The curd is cut into small cubes and allowed to firm up for up to 10 minutes. The temperature is then slowly raised to 31 degrees Celsius while gently stirred to prevent matting together. This should take up to 45 minutes. Once the 31 degrees Celsius is reached, the curds are allowed to settle and the whey is carefully drained from the top. The lost whey is replaced with hot water and cooked for 30 minutes at 31 degrees Celsius. This process is repeated twice, so the whey is in fact replaced 3 times. The curds are scooped into a cheesecloth-lined colander to ensure the whey is properly drained and then placed in a cheesecloth mold. And left upside down for 30 minutes. The cheese is pressed at about 18 kilograms for 3 hours, and then the pressed but still very soft cheese is removed carefully from the press and the mold floated in a cold brine solution for 3 days. It must be flipped every 45 minutes to ensure even rind development. The cheese is then patted dry, cold painted to indicate when it was made, and waxed. Finally, the cheese is stored in a refrigerator to age for 2 months before it will be ready to be used.
I didn't know cheese was made like that. It's very interesting, you know. Maybe I should try eat more cheese. I mean, it must be good for you with all that milk in it.
I like cheese. I wish mine had been melted today. I actually feel like some now.
Well, I've got some in the fridge. Mozzarella and cheddar cheese. So, why don't we have cheese on toast?
Yes, please.
Okay, let me get some bread. Okay, and just this to cut the cheese. Right. Can you see how nice and soft the mozzarella is? Okay. Put a slice. Who will be... Okay. I guess Craig will handle the cheddar. Okay. Right, Mbali, do you want to grab some of the cheddar that is cut and put it on the bread, and you, Lauren? I mean, Gabs, the one that Lauren has cut, put it on the bread. Okay, I'll switch her oven on in the meantime. Lovely, that's looking good. Okay, you can put your slice on the pan once you're done. That should do it, Lauren.
We need 2 cheddar ones.
It's fine. Just put your slice on the pan. I think we'll have one with cheddar on it. Do you have one ready, Bali? Don't mix it, so... Okay, so can we have one
give the
slice
mozzarella
with
to them.
cheddar on it, Bali? That slice?
Maybe they can have
You want to fit in one more. Okay, that should do it. Let's just find a way of packing them nicely. This should do it. Okay, off to the oven they go. Right, give it a few minutes and see how that goes.
Hey, Mevin.
Yebo, Marvin.
Well, you know that horrible stinky cheese that you like?
What? Roquefort?
Who?
The blue cheese.
Yeah, that one.
What about it?
Well, why do you like it?
Because it's got a nice, strong taste.
And a very strong smell, hey?
Anyway, what does it matter what I eat?
Well, I don't mind you eating it. I just don't want you to keep it in my cupboard.
Keep it in your cupboard.
Yeah.
Believe me, I wouldn't keep my worst enemy in your cupboard.
Well, if it isn't your smelly cheese that's in my cupboard, then what is it? Go on. Keep laughing. Continue.
I know what it is.
What?
It's your smelly socks.
You know, you can be so insulting sometimes.
And voila! Can you guys see how the heat has affected the different cheese differently? If I cut this mozzarella on toast, I almost cut the cheddar, and pull it apart, it's gonna burn me. So you must watch carefully. Can you see how stringy it goes?
I hate that. You end up with cheese all over your face.
And look at this one. It's cheddar. It's gone all oily on top.
That's true.
I could eat cheese all day.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Why? Didn't you say cheese is good for you?
Yes, but it's got lots of fat in it. And although we need some fat to stay healthy, we must be careful not to eat too much. And sometimes cheese can be too hard to digest.
Should we test these to see if they're hard to digest?
Any old excuse to eat.
Okay, go on. Let's all have some. Let me cut it. Oh, it's okay. You can have that one, Mr. Cheese.
Cheese, cheese, oh yes, please. The smellier, the better. Some of it might be made with bacteria, but we're very glad it's here. We like all kinds, whether hard or soft. It doesn't last long before it's all squawked. We like it plain, we like it on toast or with jam. I'm a cheese freak, that's what I am. Cheese, cheese, oh yes please. The more the better. The more the better. Yeah, bo. The more the better. The more the better. Cheese. Some more, some more, some more, some more.
So cheese comes from milk, and there are all sorts of different ways of making it. And there are so many types of cheese. Some of them are hard, some of them even come in a tube that you can squeeze. What? Yeah.
All over the world, people eat different cheeses. See how many you can find out about. Bye for now.
Bye!
Cheese, cheese, oh yes, please. The smellier, the better. Some of it might be made with bacteria, but we're very glad it's here. We like all kinds, whether hard or soft. It doesn't last long before it's all squawked. We like it plain, we like it on toast or with jam. I'm a cheese freak, that's what I am. Cheese, cheese, oh yes please. The more the better. The more the better. Yeah, bo. The more the better. The more the better.